be writing. I should be writing. I should be writing.
Look, even if you love writing, sometimes you just don't feel like it. And there's no shame in admitting that, but you don't have to let a lack of motivation keep you from reaching your writing goals. So today we're gonna answer that big question: how the heck do I get motivated to write? All writers and creators suffer from a lack of motivation once in a while, but they have to overcome it. So if you have some tips on how you get motivated to create when you just don't feel like it, put them in the comments because we would all really like to know. And at the end of this video, we're gonna drop a little truth bomb that might hurt to hear, but definitely needs to be said, so don't go anywhere. So the first thing that you can do to help you feel more motivated to write is pick a designated writing time. Me personally, I like the mornings. I like to dedicate time to my own writing before the rest of the world comes knocking at my door with all sorts of demands. Before I give my energy to others, I give it to the things I am passionate about. So I like to use the mornings to write, so I set a dedicated time to do that. And then I know that that time is for my writing. Even if I don't feel like it, I'm gonna put my butt in the chair and I'm gonna attempt to write. And most of the time it works out. And if it doesn't, at least you're making the effort. You're there, you're looking at your screen, you're thinking about your work, you're writing. Because even when we're not writing, we're writing, right? So if you have trouble getting motivated to write, set a designated writing time that is going to work within your schedule. Don't pick times just because you've heard that famous writers always wrote in the morning or in the middle of the night, because who can actually do that? Pick a designated writing time that is going to be realistic in your schedule. Otherwise, you will not keep it. And when you don't feel like writing, it can be really helpful to write with a community. Your dedicated writing time is going to be even harder to skip if there are other people waiting for you and writing at that time. So if you have a community and you want to start writing in the morning and you want to log on, maybe you want to log on to a Zoom or a chat at the same time every morning, see if your community is willing to do that with you. And then if it's a little bit before that time and you're like, oh, I really don't feel like writing, those people can be your accountability partners and say, sorry, but we're here, it's time to write. Just make sure it's gonna be somebody that will hold you to your writing times. And if you don't have a community of writers or creators around you and you need one, the Creative Warriors community over on Facebook is here for you. It's a community of writers and creators who rely on each other for support and motivation. And we do all sorts of writing sprints, writing events, live writing sessions, Zooms, and things like that to help hold each other accountable. So if you need a community, there's one waiting for you. If you're having a hard time getting your butt to that seat or to that desk or to your computer, try writing in short sprints. Telling yourself you're going to write for just 25 minutes is a lot easier to digest than sitting down and thinking you're going to write for an hour or an non-dedicated, undefined, or an undefined amount of time. An hour might feel overwhelming, especially if you're feeling unmotivated, but 25 minutes is much more doable. And trust me, by the end of 25 minutes, you'll probably be feeling like you're ready to write more. Using a timer or a timed writing sprint, like I have on my page, you can find the link below, is even better because then you can just write and not worry about how much time has passed or how much time is left. Push play and just write, knowing that if you really want to, you can be done in 25 minutes. And then you can at least say that you got 25 minutes worth of writing done. If at the end of the 25 minutes you're feeling motivated again and ready to keep going, just hit play again or pick another sprint or set your timer again. So writing in small sprints can help you feel just a little more motivated to get into that chair, get to the computer, and to get writing. If you're struggling to get motivated to write because maybe you're stuck in a certain part of your manuscript or you're feeling bored by the section that you're writing, write something else. Also, P.S., if you're bored writing the section that you're writing, your readers will probably be bored too, so maybe you need to rethink that section. But if you can't get motivated because you don't like the spot that you're working on or you're feeling stuck, just write something else. Let yourself wander around in your manuscript, let yourself play, let yourself take a break from that project so that you can find your motivation again. Use a prompt and write something fun. Just write something brand new for 25 minutes. My writing sprints also have prompts attached to them, so for 25 minutes, just let yourself write about the prompt instead of what you're working on. Or work on another section of your book or project. If you're stuck in the middle, jump to the end. If you know there's a scene you want to write and you're really looking forward to writing it, you're just not there yet, go write that scene. You don't have to write in any particular order, and knowing that you're going to go to your desk to write something that you're really excited to write is going to help you get your motivation back. And if you're just not in the mood to write, try using music. Turn on a playlist of music that goes with the genre that you're writing. If you're writing a fantasy, turn on a playlist of fantasy movie scores. A little Lord of the Rings. If you're writing sci-fi, try listening to Star Wars. Dun, 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 dun. That's not Star Wars. That Darth Vader theme will definitely get you feeling something. I also have a playlist of some of the more motivating movie scores that I like to listen to in the description below. My sprints all have music in the background that I picked out specifically because I thought it would be motivational. And now it's time for a little bit of a truth bomb. Bear with me. How do I get motivated to write? Sometimes you don't, and you write anyway. Just like you need to go to work when you don't feel like it, or work out even if you don't want to, you have to write even if you don't feel like it. And luckily, writing is a little more fun than work or working out, hopefully. So sometimes, even if you're feeling unmotivated and none of the other things are helping, just go to your chair anyway. That's it. If you don't feel like writing, do it anyway. Sit down, turn on the computer, stare at the screen, and hope something happens. Sometimes that's just the writing life. Look, there's times when you should give yourself a break. Yes, if you've been writing non-stop and you're feeling burnt out and just not motivated, you know your body and you know if that's a time where you actually need a break. But if you just don't feel like it, that's a little different. But the point is, sometimes you have to write even if you don't feel like it. And hopefully this helped you feel a little more motivated to write, and if it did, you can grab a writing sprint from the end of this video, push play, and get to work. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel to get more content like this. Thanks so much, warriors. Now go fight for your creativity.